Hi, and welcome to a new Plugin Guru video. My name is John Skippy Lemcool. This is OMG for BreakTweaker. So as you can see, I'm having a good time. And I know what's going to happen on the different notes, so I can use them to build the song exactly how I want. Comes a breakdown. I have just a clap, the snare clap part. Here's a break. Back to full groove. Every groove, 110 of them, are laid out that way. That's golden rule number 1 for the library, so that you know what you're going to find on the keys. It's the most important thing of these libraries. Otherwise, it's just confusing gobbledygook, like the factory voicing. And you don't know what you're getting, and you have to stop and experiment and learn everything you want. And maybe that's the way they want you to work. But when you're trying to get stuff done, and you're trying to be musical and know where you have your fills, and it doesn't work. It just does not work. Anyway, the cool thing with this library, each of the programmers created their own samples for their grooves. So they created the sounds and they created the groove. So there's 3 guys plus myself. There was Airwave, who kicked serious booty on all the trance. I mean, it's the real deal. So we have Airwave. God bless his soul. He did one of the coolest libraries for Omnisphere that I've released for the Airwave Volume 1. Killer trance. He's been at it for 20 years. It's what he does, and he does it so well. So he covered that. NATO Fields is a new cat, and he's incredibly talented with this stuff. This stuff. Love it. So NATO just rocked it. And then Toby Pittman was with me on the first library on Mega Macho Drums. And he came back. He created samples at Air Studios, where he works in London. Some really, really cool source in here. So he did a ton of dance, film, chill, hip hop. I mean, it's so talented. Okay. And then the 4th secret weapon of this whole library that I was able to take access of was Dope VST. These cats love drum rhythm, drum sounds as much as I do. And I have used for a number of years their Beat Machine hip hop drum plugin. They've got version 1, now it's version 2. And check this out, it comes with 1990, 2000, 2010 for different eras for all these drum kits. I mean, they're just incredible drum kits. Where's it, 2010? Like, I mean, these are incredible, smooth, rude. So Kane and his team allowed me to license sounds from the BreakTweaker. I could have licensed from version 2, but I just went with the version 1, which is a whole different set of samples. So they're different than what you get now in Beat Machine 2. I wanted to keep it separate, you know, so that way it'd be like not doubling your efforts if you bought both. He provided the hip hop samples. So when you get to the hip hop samples, they are so legit. I mean, it sounds like old records and stuff, which is awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. So, funky cold. Hear that flam? So we have the hip hop, and not only that, but the Dope VST guys also gave me access to a secret little vault of dubstep and EDM samples that they have not released anywhere. They have more. I don't know if they're going to ever bring them out, but they're great. So some of the dubstep stuff up here that says JL is stuff I did using the Dope VST stuff. Hear the swing? Love that kick right there. Next week, I'm going to do a follow-up video, and I will teach you how to do the swing and how to do flams and how to make a groove from scratch based on the generators. So that's coming up next. That's the follow-up video for support for this library. So we're going to go through all of these patches in a minute. I want to cover installation real quick. So to make sure you know how to install this library, if you're not sure where your iZotope folder is, you can always click this little settings button, and right here it will tell you exactly where your library is. Like I know for a fact I have mine moved out to an external hard drive that I store all my samples on. So it's out there. So if I go to that folder right here, this is the 3 folders of content that BreakTweaker is looking at for its samples, presets, and generators. So once you download and unzip OMG, all you have to do, by the way, the generators, I have to point out, I have a new assistant, a guy by the name of Taylor Harris, and he's awesome and great worker, great helper, because I couldn't have done this without him. But we took every single groove, all of these, each groove has 6 samples. Okay? Every one of those was saved out to an individual single preset you can load in the generator window. Not only for category, which is like drum, snare, clap, hi-hat, but also for genre, for hip hop, trance, dubstep, dance, film score, chill. So that you can like look in a folder of a certain style so that you're looking at only things of that style. So it's really, really helpful to do that. Both of those are available for you to just quickly, all you have to do is go here and take, you can actually go like this. I'll show you a cool trick with the Mac. If you hold down your command key, you can select all these guys and then use command to select all these. I can move all of these into the generators folder. Boom. Okay, so that's how you get the generators in. There's also, it's really easy. The presets is this individual single folder, goes into the presets folder. And then samples, there's 11 folders. You just click and drag these guys and put them into the samples folder. And that's it. Now there is still the factory content. A lot of people still own iZotope and don't know that there's this additional 1.5 gigabyte of samples that you need to download. It comes with a ton of additional presets and a ton of samples. So you need to download that, as well as, if you want, it's actually really only one film groove that Toby created that needs to use the expanders for the cinematic textures. So that has the all these cool samples. That's the only one I know of that really needs the expanders. Everything else uses custom samples that were made for this library, for these sounds that you won't find anywhere else. So it's truly legit. I'm getting comments already on my Plugin Guru page that these are the most legit samples in these genres they have found, people are finding. So that makes me really happy. That was my goal when I started out doing this. Okay, so I think we have the details covered. One more thing. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a teaser of what's coming for Omnisphere, because I'm porting this to Omnisphere, and it's really cool. It's different, but it's very, very cool. So stick around to see that at the end if you want, or scroll the little bar to the end if you want to not hear it. I'm going to go through all 110 grooves. All right, so here we go. We're starting with chill. One more thing. I keep saying that, don't I? This tempo button, if you want this to follow if you want this to follow the tempo of your sequencer, you have to turn on sync. We have it off so that each of our grooves can call up whatever tempo it needs to be for that groove, so that it sounds ideal. So when you go to the dubstep or the dance stuff, this is at 120 beats per minute. This is at 70. Okay. So here's Darkscape. You have the breakdowns. you also have individual hits up top. See the notes on the keys? So you can see, so C and D are the two main groove. C sharp is a breakdown with no pitch. So anything that was making pitch or simplified, so now you can write to it because it's just the groove. Okay. D sharp, E, and F are fills. So those are your fills. F sharp, no snare. G is no kick. G sharp is just a high energy. A is a snare hit, and then quite often I would have B flat, B or G, A sharp be the a kick. But I want to point out something. At the very bottom of the keyboard, you have the 6 samples that are used for this groove. So the kick and the snare, I didn't want them to be just a kick or a snare sample by themselves because you have them here. So I layered stuff. So I have the hi-hat. This has an octave up of that pad thing, so we do stuff like that. Okay, so I'm thinking of other ways to be musical with these fills and breakdowns and elements to work with. So if you're working in a musical context, the C sharp, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then the A and the B flat, those are your notes you want to use. There's no pitch on any of those for 95% of the grooves. So you can just immediately hit C sharp, start jamming. A lot of these, when you hit the C, there's going to be bass, there's going to be all sorts of stuff going on that you might not want. Now we did remixes. I'm going to skip over remixes. There are variations that are really fun. But you get to explore these. Those are secret bonus extra things for you. So those are remixes created by different people. The artist that remixed it, their initials are at the end. So JL, I created that. RMX means remixed by Airwave. So as you go down the list, you'll see every now and then a remix by Airwave or somebody like that. So just so you know. I'm just going to do the main grooves. So here's Ice Station Zebra by Toby. Okay. Overture. This is by Airwave. So you have those to play with. Air brakes. Airwave. Air brakes 2. Crunch Spot by Toby. Here's a variation. Great fill. Good Lord. Cyber Boogie Get Down. Fun because it's using one of the where is it? Here resonant filters, LFOs on band hits that are a secret egg of the libraries. There's a whole bunch of band hits and orchestra hits. Here's Drive. Electro Feels. Here's Toby's electro top loop. So high energy. So you have a kick and snare thing happening under this. Then here you can hear the samples. Very glitchy. Okay. Emperor of Shadows. Family Jewels. Flight of the Intruder. If you hear a little crackling, I played through all of these in Logic without recording. I'm recording video and audio at the same time. So additional work is being put onto the computer. So sometimes you'll hear crackling. If there's really obvious crackling problems, even in Logic with no video being recorded, I'd put CPU in the patch name. So those I can't even play on this. So follow the red pipes. Okay. Haunted House. C sharp, just the groove. Hot Coals, I love this one. And again, here's the no snare. Listen to that. Implode. Okay. In the Hive. This one's CPU heavy, so it probably will. Yeah. Great vibe though. Don't know what it is, but it just poops out my computer. So I can't play it. Jackhammer. Just chilling. Up next is the one groove contributed by Seth Norman, who also worked on the original Mega Macho drums for BreakTweaker library. He had a chance to play with Maxwell and sample it and then use those to build a really cool groove. Okay. Mech Empire. Again, my computer can't play it. Metroplex. Midnight. Yeah. 909. Now. Ram Raid. Silo. Superhighway. Here's one from Airwave, Stars and Back. Too Salty from Toby. Love this. I mean, listen to that sound. See, the one thing that's cool with this, in comparison to Mega Macho drums for Contact, where it's 60 sounds across the keyboard, I wasn't sure if I was going to be happy with this, but these sounds are so perfectly married from the kick to the snare to the other sounds. The hi-hats and the shakers, things that are added, they're perfect. It's the marriage of the right sounds to make legit killer grooves. That's what makes this really, really fun for me. So I want to make sure I say that. Drum and bass from NATO. I mean, you just rock out, man. Here's Bright's Wrecker. And again, why is this? With these sounds, here's some of the dope VST dubstep samples. Killer, killer, killer. Blast Them from NATO. Again, C sharp, call it up, start jamming. Creepin'. Death from Above. Okay, Deep Vibes. Get grimy. And again, so it's cool. A kick drum doesn't have the sub in it. It's separate from that, but they're tuned. Hear that tuning? Learning all sorts of things about how to marry the right sounds to get that sound and have it not be a conflict. This kick can't have that sub or else you can't use that. So that's one of the cool. Love that snare. Okay, kick it. Check out this fill right here. Hard to find one. Convict. This is another one using dope VST dubstep samples. Love this. I need licorice. Ready? So cool. Lucy. Great stuff. Rough Rider. More dope. VST samples. Sawed Off. Also dope VST samples. Oh. That's right. Step It Up. Here's terminus end. Love this one. Again, kick has a lot of low end in it, but they work together because the one's changing pitch. Ready? OMG. I get OMG when I play these, so I know you will too. It's really cool. Old days. NATO feels. Rocking it. Again, C sharp. Start writing. Airwave. Okay, vibrations. I love this. All of a sudden, wait, I should the clouds start to appear. This gets really smoky. You can barely see me. Ready? Listen. It's just so cool. Whisper duck. Ear itches. Okay. Yay, bro, for the end of the dubstep. Amped up for film, NATO.
We will take them out. They have no chance to resist against us.
Panic Room. This is the one using expander samples.
Will she choose the correct door? Or will she be forced to go back out to the black hole for eternity?
Tension in the air. Could also be called Spartacus Come Home. Oh, and Airwave. Just check this out. So the remixes are awesome. You have to play with them. Far Station. Now we go to Glitch Hop. Era. Twerk bot. Okay, go to hip hop, 1992. Love it, love it. Sorry, I love my red vines. Keep me energized. Aristocrat. There's that swing. Back in the day, Beyond Pretty. This is kind of copying after a Beyonce type of a track. Except for that part. So you got that to play with. Bounce with us. Daytona Beach. Funky Cold. Funky Cold Medina. Very old school. I don't know. Great sounds. Juke Joint. Lazy G. More of those band hits and orchestra hits. Drunk Love. So much of the hip hop style is in this feel right now. So here you go. Okay, One Tribe. Okay, Trip. Love that. That scratch is so perfect. Still skanking. Here's your reggae. Cloudy Room again. Ready? Again, C sharp, no pitch. Start writing. Get a big fat bass in there. Cool piano part. All right, techno. There you go. Okay, Airwave Roxy is so hard. I'm just gonna go down the list. I love this one. Tatan. But it fits that pocket. It doesn't have a heart attack, so it does this perfect. Dead Cow. Double Dutch. Got a cool kind of off-kilter feel. Joofed. Okay, here's Renoised. Sausage. Ready to go. This is one of my favorites. I love Sharon's Viking. The kick is so perfect. awesome. Sideline. Okay. To sigh or not. Okay. Now we go to trap. Here's 808s all day. That's so great. Okay, city lights. So cool. Okay, here's Hype Man. Okay. Party time. It's hard to think. That kick way up there. It works. Okay, stay lit. And then we out here. Okay, so that's the library. Great library, my goodness. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. 110 grooves. Legit. That's what I was really hoping we would come up with, and here it is. So enjoy. It's really, there's things that really frustrate me with BreakTweaker, and the fact that it hasn't been updated in 2 years. That just blows my mind. But it's still a great plugin. It's stable enough to be used in productions, and it's very, very powerful with all the tools available for sound creation. Just wish they had a little more love for it. But anyway, there we go. Now, there's a version of this I am porting over to Omnisphere 2. I want to show you real quickly, and then we be out of here. What's fun with this is that I'm using multi-mode, and I'm doing some kind of fun things where, like, let's take Ice Station Zebra, for example. So if we go over here to BreakTweaker, we call up Ice Station Zebra. Okay. At the bottom of the keyboard are the 6 samples. Okay. If you go to Omnisphere, here are those 6 samples. So drum sounds, drum samples played inside of Omnisphere. It's very exciting to be here. This is rare air. There's not too many people up here doing this. So if we go to the loop is the next step in the progression where I've taken and I've actually sequenced this in Logic, and then I go over to the arpeggiator and I drag over the MIDI file to right here, which changes the feel of the arpeggiator to match a MIDI file. So it ignores, as long as the strength is 100% this way, it's looking at the MIDI file, and you can actually adjust it back and forth between the two to hear the difference. There we go. Slow it down. And then the funnest is the grooves. This is where the bottom key triggers 6 tracks for the 6 sequences. And then I have 2 parts above that I can layer anything you want. You can go through all the libraries of Omnisphere patches and jam with something on top. And I'll include patches. Isn't that cool? I told you this is cool. So this is what's coming. I'm hoping to make this by the end of the year. It would be really nice. It takes a lot of work to make these. My nice assistant is going to be very busy helping me save kits because I've done some of these. If you look at the mixer, these have, actually that one's not even done right, but the kits are pulled out that way. Yeah, the kits, I'm saving all the patches from the kits for all of these with names, so then I can load them in quickly to make the loops and the groove version. So here's Blastem, one of the dubstep. Watch this. This is so cool. So you go to the loop. Isn't that cool? Then you go to the groove. You ready? And there's all sorts of stuff like the creepin'. It's so fun. So all of these, even the kit from this came out really cool. The loop is great. And then the groove. So all of these kits, and by the way, this is only half of the kits. This is, if you notice, only the dubstep and the hip hop. There's going to be another library in January, February of the dance and the techno kits and all the stuff for that. So we have a long ways to go. But all of these kits are sounding so So those kits are all going to be in the library, the Stay Lit. So that's coming for Omnisphere. So stay tuned. The ride has only started. I thank you all for your support. Enjoy the grooves. They're so fun to play with and interact with and build new things from. And next week, I'll show you both how to make stuff from scratch and how to edit existing to make them more custom to what you want. Thank you again for all your support. You guys are all awesome.